What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nacho Wrestling, and WrestleMania Night 2 is officially in the books. Happy Easter! This show is really good. Not much else to really say about it overall. I really enjoyed Night 2 compared to Night 1. I think a lot of that has to do with the first 3 matches, which we'll talk about briefly. But yeah, really good show. Main event was so-so, but we'll talk about the matches as we get through them. So with all that out of the way, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling. And if this is your first time watching a Nacho Wrestling video, why don't you consider hitting the subscribe button? I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and your help would be greatly appreciated. So opening the show for Night 2, we had the triple threat for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship as BlueSky defended her belt successfully against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. No better way to open the show, honestly. These 3 women went out there and had match of the Mania card over the entire weekend, to be quite honest with you. I really do believe that these 3 women just have an undeniable chemistry with each other, whether it's Io and Rhea, Rhea and Bianca, or Bianca and Io, or any combination of the 3, or all 3 of them together. It's just perfect. Really good stuff. Not much more else I could really say about it, without going into like specific details about match or move sequences or anything like that. But just really good stuff. Like I said, if there's a match that I would recommend anyone go out of their way to watch from Mania this weekend, it's definitely this triple threat match. A lot of great false finishes and everything like that. But like I said at the top of it, Io shockingly retained. I think not a lot of people had her retaining, but that was part of the story going into this, was that Io was being treated like an afterthought. So, why not have the afterthought win? It's a surprising turn. And I think it adds more to the Bianca-Rhea match that we'll inevitably get at WrestleMania next year. So good stuff all around, like I said, and I don't really see myself giving this thing any lower than 5 tortilla chips. Match of the weekend for me, like I said, just gonna keep repeating all the same phrases over and over again. And it was a tough act to follow the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, but after that, we of course had the Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, and these 2 lads went out there and did a absolutely stellar job with following that match. It was hard-hitting, it was extreme, it was everything you really want out of a WWE street fight or WWE Extreme Rules match. They're the same thing, so, that's kind of why I brought it up. But it had table spots, it had chair spots, it had the stairs involved. It just had really good stuff all around, and Drew got the win. I don't think Drew's going to really be taking any major feud losses here going forward. He might get the surprise roll-up loss to somebody here and there, but I don't really see him taking pinfall losses clean at pay-per-views for the near future, because I think he is going to be the one to challenge John Cena for that belt down the line, and maybe be the one to beat John Cena for it. Who knows? Really good stuff from Damian and Drew. Damian had a really great showing, looked awesome in the black and gold. Really good way to follow the triple threat match, like I said. 4.5 tortilla chip. Actually, wait. Pause. Not 4.5. Because, it wasn't the technical masterpiece or anything like that. I'd probably give it a... Let's go with 4. Let's go with 4 tortilla chips. It was really good. I don't see myself giving it 4.5. I feel like that's a little too generous. So I'll reduce it down to 4. Live on air chips for the best. All right, and the third match that really helped kick off this Night 2 was, of course, the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. This match was so hard to keep track of. I mean, these guys were just doing everything with each other. Really carried by the start with Penta and Braun just doing a lot of fast-paced stuff, whether it was a fast-paced shoulder tackle or whether it was a fast-paced, suicide dive from Penta or anything like that. Just really good stuff from all 4 of these guys. Some really good sequences from one guy hitting a finisher on another, and then another guy hitting another move, and so on and so forth. Just the different combinations that you're able to get with a Fatal 4-Way is great, because obviously you can do more stuff with more guys in the ring, and I was surprised to see Dom get the win. I'll be honest, I'm repping my Penta shirt right now, but yeah, Dom got the win. He pinned Finn Balor. That one I'm not surprised about. Finn was eating the pin, whether it was Penta, Braun, or Dom winning. I'm just surprised that Dom was the one who won. I figured, Penta's the hot hand right now, and maybe they give it to him. And then I figured, well, Penta's here not too soon, or Penta's been here not long enough, whatever the phrase is for that. And it would be too soon for him to have the belt. So maybe they keep it on Braun. But no, they didn't. They decided, let's put it on Dom. And I think that's really good. I hope this leads to Finn Balor getting kicked out of Judgment Day. And hopefully Finn Balor can try to rejuvenate his career a little. Because I know a lot of people aren't a fan of him these days. But I still love Finn Balor. And I really love to see some good work from him going forward. Almost moved on before giving this match a tortilla chip rating. I'm going to give 4.5 to this one. Because I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It had me on the edge of my seat. There was a lot of good false finishes and everything like that. So yeah, 4.5 tortilla chips. Next up, we had Randy Orton taking on a mystery opponent. And I'll be honest, this mystery opponent, it could have been anybody. It could have been Rusev. Could have been Nick Aldis. Could have been Solo Sikoa, like I was saying it probably was going to be. It was none of those guys. It was TNA World Heavyweight Champion Joe Hendry. Don't get me wrong, I completely see the appeal of Joe Hendry and everything like that. It's just the appeal of Joe Hendry reached its peak about 4 months ago. Honestly, 6 months ago. Yeah. And then to have a 5-minute match where Joe Hendry gets chumped out and everything like that, it's not the greatest look for TNA, in my opinion. But at the same time, TNA has their World Championship on WrestleMania, so maybe it's exactly what they wanted. I don't know. This was really of a nothing of a match, really. Joe Hendry maybe got 1 or 2 moves in. I don't want to rate this, because I don't want to rate it low, because I like Randy. But at the same time, this was 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. 2 3/4 stars, man. 2 3/4 stars. It's just the surprise wasn't as surprising as it could have been. And it just sucks that Kevin Owens is gone. So 2 3/4 stars for me. Sorry, Randy. After Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry, we had AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. I don't want to talk about this match. I'm a huge fan of AJ Styles. I love AJ Styles. And to see AJ Styles take a loss on the biggest stage of them all to Logan fucking Paul, man, it just pissed me off. There's no other way to put it. And the match was boring. It was slow. Usually Logan's matches are a bit more fast-paced, a bit more high energy and everything like that. And it just, maybe he didn't have enough time to practice this one, so they had to just go with some simple stuff. There was the weird drone shit with, grabbing the drone in the middle of the match and then releasing it like a bird. It wasn't for me. It really wasn't. And then AJ lost, and Karrion Kross was trying to help AJ. If I'm AJ, I'm listening to Karrion Kross because yeah, you're right. Everything you're saying is 100% factual. 3 tortilla chips. The match happened. I like AJ, so AJ did some good stuff as well, but god damn it, was it fucking boring. This match really sapped the life out of me for the rest of the show, and the finish did as well. Next up, we had the penultimate match for night 2. We had the women's tag team titles as Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defended their belts against Lyra Valkyria and a surprise tag team partner as Bayley was taken out on Saturday or something like that. She was injured somehow. But she wasn't actually injured. Apparently this was always the plan for her to be taken out of the match last second, which if that's the case, why do that anyway? It doesn't make any sense to me. Rumors speculating that Bayley might be leaving WWE soon anyway to go to to go to AEW and chop it up with Mercedes Moné again. So that'd be cool. You know, depending on how you feel about AEW, that would be cool. That'd be pretty cool for me. I love Bayley, and I really hope she does some cool shit wherever she goes. If she stays in WWE, if she leaves, whatever. So who was Lyra's surprise partner? It was Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch made her return to the WWE after being gone for like a little under or a little over a year. The last time we saw her was actually against Liv Morgan, so good little bit of long-term storytelling that WWE kind of stumbled into with that one. You can't be mad at that when they do that. Really good shit. Match was alright. Match was serviceable. It was obvious that, once Bayley got taken out of it and, you were like, oh my God, who's her surprise partner? And then, you put two and two together, like, oh, it's going to be Becky. Like, yeah, they were going to win. Do they hold on to the belts come NXT on Tuesday when they have to fight? God, I watched Stand and Deliver and I don't remember who won that Fatal 4-Way. Just an odd placement for this match. I understand it not going first because then the women's match, the triple threat women's match, wouldn't have had a lot of time to breathe. So I understand the placement of it, but I feel like the placement of it also hurt the match a little bit. Hold on, timeout. I'm about to sneeze. Allergies are a bitch. Like I said, it was a match. Serviceable. So, a little more than 3 tortilla chips. Have I been saying stars the entire time? 3.5 tortilla chips. Like, it was fun. It was really fun. I don't know. I'm annoyed with the Bayley stuff. And that's kind of all I'm focused on with this match right now is why was Bayley taken out? And I talked about why I think she was taken out, but it just really still irks my nerves. So, 3.5 tortilla chips for me. Thank you. Moving on to the main event. Finally, we have the main event of main events. The main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania was John Cena fighting Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. And, man, this match kind of fucking stunk up the joint, didn't it? A little slow, a little boring. I understand that Cena's whole thing is, I don't have to actually wrestle to beat you. But if Cody was legitimately getting under your skin, which obviously he wasn't legitimately, getting under his skin and stuff, but, if your character now is upset by the term or phrase, you can't wrestle, wouldn't you want to prove that you can wrestle by going out there and, actually wrestling and putting on some good matches? Doing some fucking sick sequences or whatever with Cody, instead of doing a big boot and a double axe handle and this fucking traditional Hoss moveset, this big guy moveset. Just didn't make sense to me, really. Because if I was Cena and I was upset that people were saying I can't wrestle, I'd turn back the clock to 2015, 2016 and go and have a G1 style match with Cody. The fuck? Travis Scott came out, I guess. This match really it wasn't bad. It's just The Rock wasn't there, and I'm confused. I don't know if you guys are confused. Let me know down in the comments if you are, but, where's Dwayne been in all of this? I understand that, he's probably busy with other shit, but, even just give me one live via satellite promo where you're oh, you want to know why I did it? Well, it doesn't matter why I did it. I don't even care if it's that shit. Just anything. Anything to prove that you actually kind of give a fuck about the Fed and about the WWE. But that's neither here nor there. Let's give this tortilla chip rating for the main event. And I'm going to give it a solid 3 3/4. It was okay. It was interesting. A lot of false finishes with Cody being able to kick out a bear turnbuckle shots and everything like that in an AA had me thinking, oh, maybe he'll win. Maybe he'll overcome all the adversity, just like 2016 Roman Reigns. Thankfully, he did not. Thankfully, he took the loss. Cody's back on the chase again. So, it was okay. 3 3 3/4, like I said, is what it is, man. WrestleMania was okay. Was WrestleMania this year as good as it was last year? No. That's my opinion, but I want to hear yours. So let me know what you guys thought about WrestleMania this year down in the comments below. Which night did you enjoy more, night 1 or night 2? Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Nacho Wrestling, and I will see you guys next time.